So this listener says, "Hey guys, I'm back in Oz now and loving life. I've been plugging your show a lot, so hopefully that shows in the numbers."
Good lad.
So so obviously we all know who this is. He was the listener that came back home and his girlfriend wanted to come with him.
Yeah.
The family wasn't happy.
Yeah. He thought they were being racist, but it was actually because he was English.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Sorry we never got to meet up while you were over in the UK. If you ever come back, try and give us a bit more time, and we'll try and plan something a bit better because we're always happy to meet up with listeners. It was just you were in the middle, and me and Jamie were like opposite ends. So it's like
and it was a little bit too close for us to sort something out, wasn't it?
yeah, but hopefully we'll get something sorted. I'm working with a guy from Liverpool, and I know Jamie's hatred for the accent way too well now. He's a lovely bloke. We are good friends, but I tell him on a daily basis that his accent grinds on me. Lucky it goes down as work-life banter. Yeah, the Scousers are they're all right with the banter.
They're good banter, yeah.
Yeah.
Accent shit, but banter's brilliant.
Yeah, that's probably why they got tough skin because they know. I love my place of work, but the money is so bad I have to look elsewhere. It's a choice of happy work life or more money. Have either of you had this issue before? What do you think I should do?
It's tough.
Oh.
It is tough because ultimately you're there for money.
Yeah.
I've never been in that position. I've been in a position where I've been relatively happy and I knew that I could go elsewhere for more money. But it wasn't like I wasn't like really rooted down in that job, if you know what I mean. So it wasn't too much of a decision for me. But I think if I was like in a position now where I'm at now, earning the money I'm earning now, if I was to be offered more money, I don't think much would be holding me back from doing that. Because at the end of the day, you got to fucking earn more. The more money you earn, the better.
I don't know. I think there's that thing about money makes life easier, but it doesn't necessarily make you happier.
Yeah.
I think if I would nowadays, knowing how fucking miserable I am at the minute, like it would have to be a lot of fucking money for me to be somewhere I don't like. Like I'd much rather if I could survive working somewhere I enjoyed, I'd much rather do that than work somewhere I hated for more money.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing for you as well as like obviously with the stuff that you've been going through with your work and all that. I think that leaving and finding somewhere better, even if it's less money, will be better for you.
Yeah,
in the long run.
yeah.
Where I don't know, like for me, I don't know. I've never really thought of going for less money. But if I was that like pissed off with the place I am at, I would go. I would take less money. It's like the same desperation that I had when I lost a job, and I'm like thinking I'll just take anything, even if it's like fuck all, just so I'm earning while I can.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel as though it's the same principle, really.
I think a lot of people do like are miserable for the money, and I don't think it's worth it. I mean, if you get in a job, what's the minimum time you're going to be there before you leave? Say what, 6 months to a year,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's almost a year of being just fucking miserable just because of the money. And you think to myself, what am I getting out of that? Because when you're miserable, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to hang out with people or anything like that. You just go and just work and come home and do fuck all. I just think it's just a waste now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the guy says he's happy where he is now, wasn't it? But
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily mean he wouldn't be happy where he goes. He doesn't know that yet. But it's a risk he's going to have to take if he wants the money,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. I think that's always
How
the
many
risk,
Christmas
isn't it?
films is there about this situation? There must be about 1 million Christmas films where someone's in like a high end job, miserable. They have to be taught like the ways of life and shit,
Yeah, that they
and,
can be happier with less
and be
money and
happy
with
in their
family and
life.
stuff like that.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're very much right. I think.
I know full well that if Sabina wasn't there, like giving me that oomph to like go out and meet people and go to like holidays and things like that, I'd be in a massive. Even with this, I'd be depressed as fuck. Like I'd be struggling to do the podcast stuff. I'd be struggling to.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
obviously she's positive in your life. So you got this, you've got Sabina. That
yeah.
outweighs your work at the minute.
But the money is keeping me. Well, it's just
It's
about
keeping your
keeping me
lifestyle.
survive. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would if everything was all right and Sabina was like living here, and I'm like I'm fucking miserable. I've got a job opportunity. I'll be losing like £200 a month, but I'll be much happier. I'd fucking do it.
Yeah. She
You know
would
what I mean?
encourage you to as well.
And I think she has a couple of times saying like, when this and this happens, we'll find you somewhere else.
Mm.
But it's like, I mean, even if like the podcast got to a point where it was like just enough for me to survive, I'd probably quit and just do the podcast.
Well, yeah, that's the decision a lot of podcasts and YouTubers have to make at one point is you quitting your main job and going into doing it full time, meaning that you're going to earn enough money for it.
Yeah.
And if you do that, that obviously means you put more hours into the podcast, which then obviously equates to more money. So it kind of, you have to take that risk. And
I'd quite
I do
happily
worry
fucking
about
do
the
it.
day that it's going to happen to us.
I can't fucking wait. I'd much rather stress out about when the money's coming in, but get up and chat
Do
and talk
content.
bollocks and shit on pandas than go to my fucking place right now. But yeah, ultimately it's up to you. I mean, I personally would stick with the happy work life
Yeah,
if I had the
I
choice.
think it's work to live, not live to work. So
Yeah. But I mean, but then there's sacrifices, right? Like if you've got like a goal, you want to live somewhere nice, you want a mortgage, you want this and that, then there's a sacrifice that's got to be made. But I mean, you've got your partner now. I think it's a discussion that you two would have because not many people think that way. But if you're miserable at work, you're going to bring that home. Everyone says they won't, but they do.
mm-hmm.
And so I don't like ask for help. You know what I mean on the decision. Don't just make it on your own and think you're doing the best because most guys are like, oh, all my partner's going to care about is that I'm bringing in more money when they're not really. They want to be happy. They want a happy home life.
Yeah, of course. If you're earning a bomb but you're an absolute cunt, then they're not going to love it. They're not going to be loving it. Do you know what I mean?
But then you see a lot of them are like, oh well, she's happy because she's got a nice car, but when you speak to them and ask them, they're like, I don't give a fuck about the car.
No, and I think that this Instagram world we live in as well, you think people are a lot better off than they are,
Yeah,
and we've seen it time and time again where relationships and that are completely fabricated almost through Instagram and
yeah,
people's lives. Like they look like with the car. People, I've got people on my Instagram with real flashy cars and stuff. And when I speak to them in real life, they rented it for 2 days.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so like I said, we appreciate you emailing in. We're always happy to hear from you, man. But talk to your partner and make that decision together. But I mean, if you're happy and you're surviving, man, just be happy.
yeah,
I mean, more money, more problems, Jamie. But always email in. We'd love to hear from you. And like I said, if you come back to the UK, give us a bit more notice, and we'll see if we can sort something out.
yeah, for sure. I think that'd be good, man.
Yeah.